There is no doubt that the world of One Piece has its fair share of interesting locations, but today we'll be diving deep into the world of the Grand Line to explore some of the most luxurious islands in One Piece. So hang on to your treasure maps and let's set sail! Number 7. Dressrosa. Our first stop is none other than Dressrosa, an island and kingdom that is known for its colorful and extravagant architecture. This city was founded by the world government and is located in the New World. Dressrosa is a place that is dubbed the land of love and passion, which certainly is not an understatement. Its gorgeous flower fields, bright buildings, and well-known cuisine all speak for its acquired reputation. There's also its Colosseum, one of the most famous landmarks of Dressrosa, where fighting competitions are also held. However, it's worth noting that despite its picture-perfect outlook, there's definitely more than meets the eye in this kingdom. Time for a bit of history class to explain what I mean by that. King Riku was the original leader of this kingdom and the island was peaceful under his rule. But all that changed when Don Quixote do Flamingo came up and managed to overthrow the Rico family from the throne. Along with that, living toys were introduced into the country. These toys were actual humans and animals that were transformed thanks to Sugar and her devil fruit powers. It's worth noting that structures within the kingdom had a much simpler design in the past, and the structural differences came up during Don Quixote do Flamingo's rule and his questionable increase in wealth. In fact, some of these buildings are tough enough to withstand his drink power, the same ability that can slice through concrete like butter. Fortunately, he was defeated by Luffy, and the town returned to its peaceful state once again. Oh, and according to Rurouni One Piece, which is an official travel guide for the world of One Piece, Dressrosa's vibrant streets are inspired by Spain. This place is a real feast for the eyes with its alluring colors. Number 6. Zou. Our next stop now leads us up the list and onto the back of a 1,000-year-old elephant. Well, I don't make the rules here, so whatever. Zou is the name of our next destination, and it's located on the back of a Naitami Norita elephant, Zunisha, which roams the New World. I've gotta say, the fact that an island has existed on the back of a giant elephant for around 1,000 years does intrigue me, although trying to scale up the elephant to get to the island is the tricky part. This island also claimed a new name, Phantom Island, because log poses, which are basically compasses that point to nearby islands, cannot point to it. Zou is also home to the Mokomo Dukedom of the Mink tribe, which is pretty much One Piece's version of Zootopia. One interesting thing is how leadership works in Zou. It's split between two different leaders. The calm and dignified Inuarashi rules the day, while the rather wild and aggressive Nekomamushi rules the night. It's almost like a good cop, bad cop kind of situation. Speaking about Zunisha again, this element usually sucks up and sprays seawater over its back, which is called an eruption rain. The bad news is that it will wash away people who do not take cover in time, but the good news is that it also carries sea animals, which provides the Mink tribe with food, and the water is purified for drinking through aqueducts. This fascinating community of furry characters was inspired by Yemen, and its unique environment shows that there are a few mysteries roaming the One Piece world. Number 5. Sabaody Archipelago. As well as being an island, our next destination is a hotspot for pirates, marines, and shady business practitioners alike. Sabaody Archipelago is more of a massive mangrove forest than an island. It turns out that each tree serves as some sort of island on which people live. As well as being the last island in paradise, this island is also a massive mangrove forest made of 79 separate trees known as Yarukiman mangrove. These trees are enormous. Their roots are known to grow up to 10,000 meters under the sea, and this is the only known area where they grow. With how massive these trees are, it's no wonder that people can live on them like islands. Also, this area serves as a form of checkpoint for any daring pirates who are planning to venture into the New World. The entire island and how it functions is based on bubbles. They can be used as some sort of a cart or can be used as a hotel room. The possibilities are endless. Despite its bubbly appearance, there are several notable locations like a bar infamous for its unnecessarily expensive prices, with an owner who will not hesitate to throw hands if you refuse to pay, all the way to a slave auctioning house where nobles come to hire some workers. Even with all the lawlessness going on, there are still a few areas of interest like an amusement park that is based entirely on, you guessed it, bubbles. Although there isn't an exact real-world location this area was based on, it is believed that its name originates from the Portuguese word for soap, which explains the bubbles. Number 4. Totoland. This island is one where pretty much everything is edible, although an adventurer may not live long enough to enjoy it. I present to you Totoland. Other than being your main spot for diabetes, Totoland is pretty much the main territory of one of the former emperor's Big Mom. In fact, this isn't just a single island. It's 34 different islands, each with its own minister. These food-themed islands are roughly arranged in circles around an island in the center, which serves as Big Mom's base of operation called Whole Cake Island. Totoland is known to be home for most races in the world for One Piece, along with several homies, which were created with Big Mom's devil fruit power. It appears that she wishes to turn the land into a utopia that unifies all the races of the world. While that may sound sweet, Big Mom isn't exactly the friendliest hostess. Of course she offers protection to the citizens of Totoland, but they are required to donate 1 month of their lifespan every 6 months. Sadly, anyone who refuses to do so will leave the land. And by leave, I definitely do not mean pack up your things and sail to another island kind of leave. The various islands of Totoland like Biscuit, Whole Cake, and Candy Islands all add up to the layers of wonder this destination has to offer. Number 3. Water 7. Now we will have a look at Italy-inspired Water 7. This city built on water is known for its colorful architecture, endless waterways, and canals. But most importantly, it's a city of shipwrights, where ships are life and the streets are made of water. Speaking of shipwrights, Water 7 is home to the Galila Company, and you can bet they run the show here. These shipwrights have the skills to build ships to sail through the Grand Line's madness. And let's not forget the fact that Frankie resides in this city too, the mastermind behind the iconic Thousand Sunny. Additionally, this island is also the birthplace of the legendary Oro Jackson. As a way to transport around the city, the citizens resort to using bulls. No, not the ones you're probably thinking of. These ones are more like seahorses and are attached to boats to move around the city. In addition to its colorful architecture, the houses in this city are usually tiered to allow more houses on site. As a result of this style of architecture gives the island its distinct volcano shape. This intricate system of design, along with its canals and waterways, really add an interesting element of design to this island. Water 7 isn't only known for its fantastic sea-based culture, but also for the hazard called Aqua Laguna, which usually floods the lower sections of the island. But hey, what paradise doesn't have its downside? Number 2. Fishman Island. Under the sea lies another must-visit location, Fishman Island. This underwater paradise is a fascinating location filled with breathtaking sights. To some, it's an underwater paradise. To others, an alternate, not-so-legal gateway into the new world. But to all, a popular island that is worth talking about. This undersea wonder is the home of various fishmen and merfolk alike and is located 10,000 meters below sea level in a hole that goes under the red line. Additionally, the entire island sits inside a giant bubble that allows its human visitors to breathe. Despite its pretty structure, the road to this place is not so much. It's been reported that only 30% of ships manage to survive the journey to this place. Even Monkey D. Garp admits that the journey is incredibly dangerous, and this is someone who is the Vice Admiral of the Marines. If someone as strong as him admits that, then getting there is no joke. Also, this place has a bit of mystery to it, like the massive ship called Noah. It's around half the size of the entire island. That's crazy! However, no one knows its exact origin or why it was built, so with all that's been said, you might be wondering, this place is underwater, how will anyone get here? Luckily, there is a way to bypass this, is by using a special resin found in the Saboti archipelago to coat the ship. With popular spots like the Fishman Karate Dojo and the Mermaid Cafe, who couldn't resist a trip to One Piece's rendition of Atlantis? Number 1. Skypiea. Now for our top spot, we will take it up a notch. By that, I mean we'll take to the sky and have a look at Skypiea. This sky retreat is located high above the Grand Line. This sky haven is located on a gigantic mass of fossilized clouds called Imperious Cumulus. This thing is so dense that it can completely block sunlight and can make people think it's nighttime. You might be wondering how anyone could reach it in the sky, but don't worry about that. Luckily, there's an occurrence known as a knock-up stream, which can shoot anything within it into the sky. Of course, this is just one of the ways to get there. The people who reside here are conveniently called Skypieans. Apart from their wings, which serve no purpose, one thing they are known for is their extensive use of dials. These little shells are the peak of their technology, and they can't be found in the blue sea below. These things have a versatile range of uses. For instance, different types can be used to store different elemental forces like light, air currents, and even fire. In addition, they can also be used as weapons. Like the impact dial, it is capable of absorbing and releasing kinetic energy. If used properly, that thing can be a portable, reusable bomb. Skypiea's ancient ruins like the Upper Yard and its abandoned city of gold, Shandora, provide an additional layer of mystery to this location. Its various cultural references draw inspiration from the ancient Aztec and Incan civilizations of the real world. So, there you have it. 7 of the most luxurious islands in One Piece. Which one do you think would be the nicest to stay in? Or maybe there's another location you have in mind? Feel free to let me know in the comment section. But what kind of ships could pirates use to explore these islands? Good question. To answer that, you can check out this video where I go over the top 10 pirate ships in the world of One Piece. With that, thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.